this put to the spokesman of the foreign ministry, and he did not elaborate. He did not give the details or mention any instances of these reports. But he said that that's not important. The type of reports or leaks that have been spread around is not important. But what is important is that any leak about these negotiations regarding the release of the hostages, or so-called hostages, others call them prisoners, is harmful to that cause and should only delay the results that are being looked for. But around this question and the discussion about it, it's very clear that the two ministers in this press conference were talking two different languages. The foreign minister, French foreign minister, insisted on that mantra of condemnation. She started with a strong condemnation of what happened on October 7 and talked about the need for immediate and total release of the hostages. She talked about also the need to make everything possible to prevent an escalation or a widening or a spreading of the conflict in the region. So those are apparently the most important points that she insisted on. We know that the negotiations, understandably, we're talking about something else. Something else has been negotiated in terms of what the Israelis want, what the other side want, Hamas wants, and so on. But that hasn't been explained in this press. What has been talked about is these generalities. But on the Qatari side, we see a different language, different priorities. The Qatari foreign minister insisted on immediate ceasefire, lasting ceasefire, and also the opening of the Rafah crossing and the channeling of humanitarian aid, not only on a limited scale, but in a permanent manner, so that those civilians in Gaza could be helped. So, I mean, there is certainly this role of Qatar and regarding the negotiations over the hostages and so on. And that apparently that is the subject and the goal of these discussions here between the French and the Qataris. But the generalities are what have been talked about in the press, the need for those points to be discussed, and they are being discussed, and the two sides seem to be in agreement that civilians should be spared, should not be killed. The French foreign minister talked about that, but she did not condemn the killing of 10,000 civilians in Gaza. She didn't talk about the indiscriminate killing by the Israeli side. She was very soft on the Israeli side and very strong on Hamas.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.